Welcome into 12th Man Studios for the postseason edition of Higgins Hindsight. I'm Fallon Appleton, joined alongside head men's golf coach JT Higgins and freshman golfer Sam Bennett. Welcome back, guys.
Great to be here.
Sam, first time joining us. Glad to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Coach, 2 weeks ago you were in Sea Island for the SEC Championships. There was a lot of positive play, but unfortunately you lost to Arkansas in the semifinals in match play. Now that you've had some time to reflect, what were the big takeaways from the performance?
I was really proud of our resiliency. We got off to a terrible start in the final round. Just the wind was howling and things weren't looking very good, and the guys just really rallied great. Sam was 3 over through 5 and didn't make a bogey the rest of the way. Just played even par golf from there. I think all pars. Brandon Smith played spectacular, had an even par round. Chandler got off to a rough start, righted the ship. All of them did a great job. Our back nine was phenomenal and got us into match play. Then we played Georgia, who's just got an outstanding team. We actually put Sam in there against their best player. Trent Phillips is probably going to be the National Freshman of the Year, and they had a great match. Trent came out on top of that one, and then but got through there, won 3-2, really close match, and then played Arkansas later in the afternoon. And man, what a spectacular match! Back and forth, every single one of the matches were close. Sam won and Chandler won, and then Brandon actually went 19 holes and lost on the 19th hole to Louis Garza. And so, great match again. The guys hung in there fantastic, and then Arkansas ended up going on and beating Auburn for the SEC championship. So it's 2 years in a row. This one didn't end our season, but it ended our SEC play, where we've lost the eventual champion in the match play part. So I think that experience, though, is getting where the guys are getting more and more confident with the match play, and I think we're going to see some good results if we can get there again.
So you talk about your lineup. You look at major events like the Ryder Cup, where lineup is so crucial. How does that play into your strategy in these match play events?
Yeah, so the one thing you hear a lot with match play is that people say anything can happen in match play, and a lot of people don't like the format because we play stroke play all year and then you go to match play. But like you say, every major team championship in the world, in Europe they do a lot of team stuff in amateur golf between the different countries. They're all decided by match play. 1 man equals 1 point. A guy can't shoot a 63 and cover up for your guy shooting 80. This way, it's such a better format for team golf. So it's crucial. We used to do it where it was just straight up, kind of like tennis, where your number one guy played their number one guy. I actually prefer that, but it doesn't happen very often anymore because coaches are trying to get it where you can steal a point here or there. So, and we do the same thing. If we can put our 5 guy against their number 1 guy, if they're going to let that happen somewhere along the line, and we sacrifice the 5 guy, and who knows, you might get an upset, but usually not. Well, we know that our other 4 guys are in an advantageous position where they can get a win. So, it's fun. You get in there against the other coach, and you just, we were fortunate in the spot. We got to defer both times in our matches, so we let them pick first, and then we played off of who they put out, and we put against who we got to put against them.
Keeping on the theme of match play, Sam, your final hole against Arkansas, you ended up winning your match on 18, finishing 2 up. Walk us through that final hole.
Well, first off, how I got there, I was 4 up through 9, and then I kind of let some things slip away. Then I was 1 up through 15, and then the nerves started to kick in. Got pretty nervous, honestly, and hit a good shot in on 17. Had a chance to close it out with 10 feet for birdie. Missed that, and I go to 18, and I'm shaking pretty bad, and I think my body just took over. And probably the best swing of my life off the tee box, and had 193 into the wind, and hit this low piercing 5-iron. That was probably the best shot I ever hit in my life. And it was good, got a lot of confidence from that. Just like anytime I'm in a position like that, I can think back on those 2 shots I hit.
So how are you going to keep this confidence and carry it into the regional?
Well, I've been playing consistent all year. My game's been trending week in, week out, and especially ball striking off the tee and hitting into greens. If I can just get the putter rolling, we'll be looking pretty good.
You talk about consistency, Coach. He's come into your lineup and been such a powerful force. You've got to be pretty impressed with this play.
So happy with what Sam's done this year, both on the course, off the course. Took care of his business in the classroom. Just found out he was getting some great grades again this semester, and so proud of him for that. And then golf-wise, he's been amazing, just so consistent. Usually somewhere between top 10 and top 30. And with the schedule we play, he's become a legitimate number 2 player behind Chandler. Has a chance to be our number 1 guy next year. And like you said, the scores he's shooting at home are incredible. He's shooting something that starts with a 6 almost every day. We're looking for that to transfer on the road. And part of that's just getting comfortable with the courses. He's going to see a lot of the same courses next year, and so he'll know what the putts are doing instead of guessing what the putts are doing, all those kind of things. And then the great thing about Sammy is that when we got done with match play SECs, I was like, what'd you think of it? And he goes, that's the most fun I've ever had playing golf. So, he loves it. He loves being out there. He's fun to watch because of that. He's got a great attitude on the course and really takes care of his business and does a great job for us. So it's been a phenomenal year for him. I think he's probably going to be definitely on the all-SEC freshman team and maybe has a chance to be all-conference as well. So had a fantastic year.
How have you seen yourself grow and develop on the course this season?
Probably just not playing so stupid like I did in junior golf. Young kids in junior golf just get up there, just hit it down the fairway, fire at every pin, and I've learned that in college golf you can't do that pretty early. So I think just course management and really getting the speed of the greens down because a little bit quicker than I'm used to playing.
Coach, next week y'all are going to the NCAA Regional and playing a link-style golf course where there's going to be a lot of wind. Luckily in Texas, you have it all the time here. That's got to be an advantage for y'all.
Hope so. We like when the wind blows. Like I said, we might get off to a bad start. We might make some bogeys, but everyone's going to make those. I think our guys realize that just hang in there and keep hitting good golf shots. The team is terrific at flighting the golf ball. We're pretty good with our wedges in the wind. And then also even, putting gets difficult in the wind. You're putting downhill, downwind, down grain. That putt's a little bit different than what most people are used to. So I've never been there, but I've heard from some former coaches at Washington State that if the wind doesn't blow, it's kind of a birdie fest. That it's link style, so everything kind of feeds to the hole, and you're gonna have a lot of opportunities anyway to make birdie. If the wind's blowing, it's a whole nother beast. And so I would rather play a little tougher than easier. I think that separates the teams out, and you don't get into where it's just a putting contest. And I'm excited about it though. The region's tough. The reason I think it's a little tougher than maybe a couple of the other ones is that the 6 and 7 team are both really good, and they're from that area, BYU and Colorado State. It's easier travel for them, and I think they're going to come in there with a lot of confidence. So it's going to be a pretty. And then you got Florida coming too, from they're the 8 seed, so that's a pretty dangerous 8 seed, I think. So it should be challenging, but I think we're up to it.
Well, I hope y'all blow away the competition, and good luck in Washington.